Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say, no good deed goes unpunished.
Morning. You okay? Well, what we're doing today? Well, it's a bit of an early one. Removal of the ears. Removable ears and the Yaesu logo. So just the ears today. Okay, let's just see if we've got some audio. Okay. Well, what we're doing today? Yeah, we've got some audio. Okay, here we go then. So if you haven't seen this project before, basically this is a cage for your Yaesu FT-891. Gonna be morphing it to do make it more modular. And what I didn't like about it is this only just fits on the print build plate, and because it's stepped, you've got the waffle inside. So what I propose to do is to make it more modular, put extendable ears on it. So we'll do that. Okay, here we go. So back into the model. Here we go. There's not much going on HF today. I was going to do this last night, then I put it off till tonight, and I feel like doing it now, so sorry. Anyway, here we go. Got day off today. I've got to go and sort some stuff out. So anyway, what my plan was now is to make this modular. So I've got to keep certain things the way they are, like this zigzag, because the dust cover fits. I don't want to alter that, and all the other bits fit. So the only thing I want to alter is, I'll start from this side. Let's just turn off the mic. Have I got mic vertical or horizontal? Yeah, turn that one off. There's one over there as well. So what I'm going to do is make sure that still fits, and the bottom still fits. So I want to extend the back. So I like the idea of standing it up, but there's not enough room to stand it up with the power cable and the PL259 connection. So these need to be extended. Now I couldn't extend them before because that size there to there is the biggest you could get on the build plate. So, but if I make the ears bolt on, make them bolt on, and you can replace them. So to do that, let's do that first. So I need to preserve certain things, so let's just go through it. I've got to work out, so we've got preserve this angle here and the cutout as well. So obviously I might have to move that, not that one. That one probably won't be able to go there anymore. That's okay, we can move it along one. Let's do that first before we do anything else. Let's just get rid of some stuff so we can work on it. And that we're still working on from last time. So I just need to move this along one. So I need to measure from there to there. 38.250. So I'm gonna shove that over. Is that the whole thing? 38.250. Right, so hopefully that should move the whole thing along one. Yeah, we're okay there. I suppose you could go another one, but never mind. So you've got the choice of the vertical, horizontal, yeah, when the cage is horizontal, or when vertical. So we'll leave them off. Right, okay. Rail, right hand side, we'll turn that off a minute. Now this front bit I was working on, we haven't got a layer for it, so we're going to have to select all that. Call that livery layer and just turn that off a minute. Right, so we've got room now to mess around with this. So all I'm going to do is split up the front wing from there, so you can removable wing. That'll allow me to extend the back. Yeah, definitely allow me to extend the back. So in order to do that, I just need to build up. I've got to overlap a little bit, probably up to that point there. We need to overlap at least 10 mil, maybe 20 mil. So we can't alter this here. That's set in stone. This is the only bit we can alter. So what I'll do is draw up some stuff. So if I start from this one, and we'll make it into a square first. Not easy on this angle. Let's just draw some geometry in. It's not referencing the right way. I don't know why. First we'll just bring the area. We'll block the area in where we want it. That's what we'll do first. So we've got something to work with. We can just do stuff like this. It's not going to infer the reference at that angle, so yeah. So I want to M3 brass pin. So M3 brass pin in it. Okay, so we need it to overlap somewhat. Now it'll probably have to go further. That's okay. So what I'll do is bring that out to there, that out to there, and that out to there. Of course we've got some reversing to do. Right, Okay, so this is basically what we're after. At the minute we haven't altered anything, because that's its own thing, and this is just standalone geometry at the minute. So from that we should be able to get a to split these two bits up, but it's imperative we don't alter this here. The back we can stretch back, and yeah, all this has to stay. In fact, that slot doesn't have to be there. Yeah, so that I can get rid of that slot actually. Let's get rid of that. So have we got rid of, yeah, we've got rid of everything there. So that can go up to there. And so can this actually. So can this. Oh, morning Andy. How you doing? How you doing, mate? You okay? I just got a day off today, so I was going to do this tonight. I was going to do it last night, and I was going to do it tonight. I put it off, and I feel like doing it a little bit on it today. So in order to make this cage a bit better, I'm going to have a bolt on ears. I want to make the back longer to cover the power connector and the RJ49. RJ49? What am I on about? PL259. So I want to be able to stand it on the back without the with the cables intact, without it tipping over. But this is the largest size I can make in the printer. Plus, when I printed them, I had to put fill material here, and whenever you do that, you have to snap it off, and it makes this surface look bad. It's okay, but it just looked bad. So I figured I'll print everything flat, then separate the wings, and then you can bolt them on. But I still need to keep all the other stuff. I need to keep the rails that lock in still. Keep the shape the same, so I don't have to print everything else out as well. And the dust cover fits here, so that's got to maintain its shape like that. So that's got to stay the same. So, oops, got rid of the wrong one. Right, so what I do is do what I did on the mic holder. Do what I did here with the brass insert. So you've got a brass insert. So we'll bolt the wings on with a brass insert. And then you can change your size of wings and whatever. And then I can print them both sides without any waffle to take out. So, just things that bug me when I build. I have to build it to try it. It's okay, and also the spacing. And you got the rig on. The two knobs here are close to this. I've seen some people make the rails just from this bit, just from straight on, and there's even less space. So there's just not quite enough space. So what I'll do, clear my throat. What I'll do is, if I split this up, you could probably print a packer here. So you can either put this straight on to there, attach it with 2 brass pins there and there, or you can move it along another 10mm and put a packer in, so you get your wings a bit wider, a bit wider apart. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that slot there. Get rid of that one. Right, let's bring this down to there. Okay, so that's the shape we need. We could probably do it more ergonomic. Yeah, probably do it more ergonomic. So I need to preserve all this bit here. Well, the sun's out this morning here, but seems to have gone away now. A shame. I've got to go and change me brakes, rear discs and brake lining in a bit on my car. So to get into the mood for that, I'm just doing a bit of this. Oh, I picked up a nice battery, 35 quid for Poser. Look at this beast. There you go. brand new. Well, apart from the sticker was on it, took it off the terminal, and I've put some eyes on the end of my 891. So, and I've charged it up, and it took all the charge, beautiful. So, and it's got the BMS, the management in it. I think they retail at 79 quid. I got it for 35 quid. So, as far as I know, it was new, not used. So yeah, hopefully that's good. And I charge it up with my bench power supply. Set it to 14.4 volts. Leave it on for a few hours. So yeah, I could go Potter. So we're going to Devon. We're going to Devon, Dawlish at some point. I've never been. So I've got my triple mag mount. I've got the battery, the radio. So the idea is to take the radio and stick it on the dash. Give me a second. Right, excuse me. What was I on about? Can't remember. Never mind, it must have been a lie. If you can't remember, it must have been a lie. Anyway, so what I'm going to do with this is split the ears up. So we'll have to print these 2 more rails out. Yeah, I'm going to put this on the dash, but I also want to put this cage upright down the side by the gear stick so it sits down, but I don't want the cables to be resting on the cables, so I need to extend the back part here. If we split these off and make them bolt on, then we can use that extra bit there on the back. look a bit bulky, yeah, but it's an idea to grab it and move it around. And ultimately we could end up with a dust cover for the back as well, you know, one of those dust covers for the back instead. Yeah. So there's loads of stuff like this on well, you can buy them. There's 3D print them. People buy them. But as far as I can see, I just need to make one that fits my needs. So because it's 10mm wide, it's got a flat area. You can sit it on a desk or a dash, and also put it upright. So you stand it upright. You know, stand it something like, hang on, can't do it from here. Can't get to, that's it, can't get to go. Can't get to go. We can stand it upright like that with a rig. And at the bottom, once I've extended it, you'll be able to leave the power lead and all the connections in, and this will sit down on a deck. So you can operate it mobile if you wanted. Get to the buttons, put it down the side, gear stick center console. Anyway, right, so we want it to be ergonomic still, so we probably, what size have we got there? 16. So we want the fixing, I've got the fixing holes to be somewhere like this, and they've got to clear that. So probably what we'll have to do is grab hold of that, alright, put that there, and because we're actually this time we don't need that, we'll leave that as a cavity. I'll leave that intact, so we should be able to just run that all the way down like that. So that at least it looks, it's got a bit of meat, so it'll interlock. So that'll yeah. So this will be one. Hopefully, yeah. Let's have a look in 3D. X-ray mode, not 3D. Yeah, so we've got a bit of extra stuff going on here. And there, so, right, okay. So, now we've got to work out where we're going to put our brass insert. We're going to have to alter the design here, most probably. Well, we've got to print 2 ears out anyway, as long as we can still fit our upper and lower rails into the same slot, which you should be able to. Yeah, should be able to do that. Right, so we need to go around this side. So we need to eradicate this now. Yeah, let's get rid of that. We still need that bit though. Can I eradicate it with still saving some plastic? Probably not. So let's bring that up to there. That's as high as I can get it. Now I can get it to there. Let's just get rid of this bit. So this is doing the actual model. Right, that's gone according to that. And that's going to do both sides the same. Right, so we need to make this hole, because that's the receptacle for the screw that holds the lid on the rig. So what we need to do now is probably Is that half of it? It looks like it. Right, so we've got that. What's the depth? 2 mil. So if we get rid of that, and that, and that, and we need to put a, if I come out of there, draw this like that, and then move the whole thing up like that, and bring it down on top on the surface. Just have a quick look, make sure it's not moved. Yeah, it's still in the right place. Then we can go in here and get rid of this bit and grab hold of this bit, paste it in place, drop it down 2 mil. That's it. So that brings the receptacle part, same as that for the screw. Okay, so we've still got the hole. Right, we've still got the hole, so it's just thickened it up, so that's probably better. Right, let's just go like this. Yeah, so now we've got our, yeah, we've got, let's have a look. Let's bring the other bit back. So this is the extra bit that needs to attach to this bit here. So let's see what we've got here. 16 mil, so 30 odd mil. Now we've got a bit of a slot. We've got a slight slot showing there and there. That's okay. That's okay. And down there. That's fine. At least we can see when we push the sides in, the rails, the upper and lower rail, that it's pushed all the way in. Yeah, that's okay. So now what's left, we need to make this part of that, and that is yeah, so that's right on the edge of that, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah, so that's okay. So what we want to do now then is make this part of this, split these two up. Now we've got to decide where we're going to split it up. So we'll first split this, we'll split this across there. So I'll put the bits in to split it. Okay, it's made a surface. So what I need to do is grab that now. So I'm going to grab that, copy it, I'm going to paste it in place and it'll become part of this. Paste it in place. Then I'm going to grab all of that. Why have I got? Oh, that's because I copied more of it. That's okay. Right, we're going to make a. We're going to group it now. Make a component. Let's make a layer. Ears. Hang on. What do we call them? Rails. Rails. And then they're the ears. Ears, I call them ears. Left hand. We'll do a rails is right hand. Okay, we'll put that one in the rails is left hand. And then we need to go into the original one now and try and delete some of this stuff. So I'll just start off by getting rid of bits. Let's just look at it from above. If I drag it from this way, I can delete certain stuff. Right, so we need to get this into a position. We still need to keep the cutouts. Let's not do that just yet. Let's just... Right, now we should be able to get rid of that and that. So we should have ended up with something we can print. We don't need that line anymore, so we've made it part of the same model. And we've got a bit of a problem here because we don't want the slot just to end like that, so we're gonna have to sort that out. So let's just fill these bits. Okay, right. So yeah, we don't want them just to be like that. Although it probably wouldn't matter, but we want them to be solid like that. So we'd sort that out next. Right, well that gives us a shorter thing we can get onto the build plate, so we can then extend the back. Right, so let's tidy this one up now. Right, let's get rid of those. Right, so we don't need that anymore, or that, or that. We don't need that surface, or there's no surface there, that's fine. We don't need that, that, or that, or that, or that. Right, and then we won't need this back bit. Okay, all of that. Right, let's have a look at that. So we'll put the holes in it that bolts it all together back in a bit. Right, is that it? Yeah, so we've got two separate bits, and when they're together, yeah, so the only thing we've got to work out now, so the slots, the upper and lower mount will still fit in. Yeah, and it covers that there, that's fine. And the good thing is this sections across the two, so it will add to the strength, the up and down strength. I've got to fasten together. So what we don't want then is we don't want this to end on a little sharp bit like that. It needs to be connected, similar to this and the back. Right, so how are we going to do that? Let's just save what we've got. So the old version is gone forever. I just saved over top of it. Nothing wrong with the old version, it's just I want a bit more out of it, you know. I just want to make it better. Right, so we're up against this corner here. This can't move because the dust cover goes over it, so that has to fit like that. That's fine. Everything else has to stay the same, so in that case we can't really do anything about that there. Or we could extend the piece out here. Alright, well it wouldn't be able to connect to the bottom anyway. So it just looked like we won't be able to do. It'll have to just stay like that, I think. That's a bit of a problem. How big is it? Is it 10 mil? 7.5. So it ain't going anywhere, but I mean, where's the upper? So the rail, the strength is there and there. Yeah, problem. Yeah, I mean I'm going to make another dust cover anyway, and I wanted to move the rails out a bit, so looks like we are going to have to make another dust cover. I didn't want to print that out again particularly, but I could just widen it a bit and alter it. If we have to, we have to. Because we haven't got it. We haven't got that this side yet. The rig, where's the rig on? Right. So the dust cover, yeah, we'll have to print another dust cover then. I want it wider anyway. I want the spacer. So let's do that now. Let's move this over by 10 mil. Let's just do it. 10 mil. So we'll have so you want, yeah, you got a choice whether you have the spacer, but I suppose we're gonna have the spacer. We're gonna have the spacer. You're not gonna have the choice of to have the spacer, but this will give you more space to put your hand in to turn the volume. Multi AF, RF, SQL. Should model them on really. But it's okay. It's better than some, but I'd like another 10 mil. Be nice. Yeah, so we'll do it like that. So I didn't want to make everything again, so I'll keep that the same. So what I want now is they don't actually go into there, so but we need really that spacer needs to be there, doesn't it? Yeah, so I need to make the spacer out of the same stuff. Yeah, that's got to stay where it is because it fits on the side of the rig. I want more space for the ears. Actually, if we're printing this downwards like that, then we could just fill this up. It'll all be one. Yeah, no spacer. Just as long as I can do that taper there, I can print that taper out, and then we can do the hollows up as well that fit straight on. Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll do that. That's it. That's the idea. Yeah. Okay, so if we did that, and we want to bring these join up that section to there with about 7.5 mil. Then what would the dust cover look like if it was set back 7.5 mil? Wouldn't be too bad, would it? But it does butt up against that. Well, that's okay if we just thinking, right, would it be better to alter these back 7.5 mil? Yeah, so they're the right distance from the front of the controls. They're all good so far. I mean, I'll just keep this one I've already built. I'll keep it here as my undershelf mount. And I'll take the rig out and put it into one to take mobile with the new stuff. That'll be the idea. Right. So I could bring that down over here, so you could still. I'd have to print a new dust cover. That's okay. Yeah. So I need a copy of that. I need to make it unique. It's going to be... Actually, it's not going to be the spacer, is it? What am I on about? I thought I was going to print it all in one. Yeah. Alright, let's undo that. Undo copy. So what I need to do is... draw a line up there. It needs to come further over. So if I can measure from there 7.5 mil, that's where it needs to go to join up. What would I bring all of those? And I can't bring them in as well. Yeah, it's going to be difficult with that hole there, but I'm going to print the ears out again anyway. But you need access to the cable through there, so that can't come any further over. So what I'm going to have to do is alter this as well, I think. Yeah, alter that as well. I've got to print them out again, so Right, so this is already proved to be the right size and everything, so we can't alter that. So what we'll do then, we'll keep everything the same, so at least the dust cover will fit the same. Actually it won't anyway, it won't be wide enough anymore. So I need to do a new one anyway. So I might as well extend the thing there. We'll sort that out. There's nothing much happening on HF. Bands have been rubbish. Mind you, my aerial's not brilliant. Yeah, there's nothing happening. Might as well turn it off. Oh, use this. Yeah, let's just try 2015. No, nothing. Right, turn that off. Turn that off. Let's put the VHF UHF on.
Move on again. Well, I've said before, they're the loudest bird I've ever come across, these lapwings, these peewits. Let me how they don't half make a high-pitched noise.
Right. Excuse me. I can have a drink. Oh yeah. Gotta go and do my brakes in a bit. Right, let's get this sorted. So I wanted to get some stuff printing while I'm doing my brakes. Right. Okay, so that's going to stay the same. And I want the spacer to cover that there. Yeah.
Goes down a different route. That might come out on a brook somewhere, and that brook might carry on and eventually come in and keep topping up a reservoir somewhere. I don't think it goes from this way. But Nippersley Reservoir, I didn't know this until I was on a course about 20 years ago. I never knew. The reservoirs have been put in purposely to top up the canals, and I was working with a guy from Severn Trent. He said he'd had a phone call, he'd got to go and open the Titsworth Reservoir, which was keeping the Calden Canal topped up. He said it's getting a bit low, I've just got to go up. I couldn't. Anyway, of course, I spoke to him after he explained about the reservoirs and what they were designed for, and they still work today very, very, very well. Right.
Oh, he's timed him. They've timed him out. Alright. So we're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to drop that back a little bit, I think.
Okay, yeah. Well, I wasn't aware of that. I'll be honest.
Oops, wrong one.
Reservoirs for drinking water, I must admit. I've been watching that rerun of that series again, that canal chap. I think it's a repeat a lot of, and he goes past a lot of reservoirs which top the canals up.
So those need to be moved up. Exactly where they are. So let's go and try and grab them up. So I need to grab that and that. I need to cut them. Let's just copy them. Oops. Let's turn some of this stuff off.
I think all our surface water goes down, wherever he is.
Alright, so I need to draw a line there.
Down there, I think he does anyway. But yeah, it's all interesting stuff, isn't it?
For now, I need to probably draw a line there, temporary. I need to paste, I need to paste them in place. I need to bring them up 10 mil. I need to cut them. I need to paste them in place. No, hang on, undo paste. Right, then I need to go into there and get rid of the old ones. And I need to grab the new ones. Cut them. Place them in place. And I need to get rid of. Can't get rid of that yet. Yeah. So I need to somehow push that through. I need to intersect the faces with a model and delete that one. And probably that one, like that. And then get rid of that. And probably, let's see if we can get rid of that. Okay. Probably get rid of that, that, and that. So far, so good. I'll just get rid of.
And I also worked on another one at the M stores in Newcastle there.
That one.
And they sank an underground.
So we've got this extra here.
Well, it used to flood in it anyway. You'd have heavy rain and it would capture it all.
So we're back to a part, a working part.
Marvellous.
They are handed because you've got different size here to there, because that matches the rig. So we want to bring back the dust cover now. So we want to measure from there. 1815 plus 10, 1915. I'll copy that. 191.5. I want to flip it along the red. It's not quite right.
Canal and river people should have closed their sluice gate off, and they didn't, and flooded all the fields, and this little bridge collapsed, and it's cost them about £26 million to put it right, with the access over the fields and all the heavy machinery and everything as went with it. The canal was closed. They had to rehouse people and put other stuff in court. It's unbelievable. Anyway, take it, Bill. I'm heading that part-time out here.
Right, so we've got the two. Yeah.
No, you don't know what's going on around you, do you? How these things have been installed.
It's got the left-hand rail and right-hand rail wings, ears. Now that's going to have to be made different. How do we make that different now? So that's got to go up to there.
I'm trying to think of the area where it is. Do you know where I mean White Hill? I bet you know where I'm referring to, Desley.
But then I will lose the... If I go along with that, I'm going to lose the... Yeah. That would have to be the cable come round there. That needs to stay where it is, so I need to reduce that, really. But this, when it pushes on, it sits nice and flush against that there. And that helps bevel it in and line it up. So I don't want to lose that particularly. Unless we make that like that. Yeah, that would stop it, but there's adding strength to it, isn't it? Yeah, because we'd have to take that corner out. What would that look like? Let's try it. We've already done it. Yeah, we're going to have to take that out. Yeah, so we're going to have to take that out of there. And we've got the bend on it, which it's not easy to get rid of now. So what happens if I try and get rid of that now? I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. Going to be in a bit of trouble. I don't know what's going on with that.
For 24 hours, you know, it would have to be colossal, you know what I mean?
So, I'm getting a reminder about something I've already done. It's crazy. Never mind. They're reminding you about something that you've done. So we want that, but then we don't want. Right, so I'll tell you what I need then. How do I do that? Can I just get rid of that? I'll try it. Might not like it. Let's try it.
You're alright for a few minutes. But you mentioned the River D there. I can't remember it. I think it comes into the Nantwich.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that, but...
Nantwich is about 15 miles from us here. But pretty sure I crossed over that a few days ago. But here, this way, we've got a big, famous...
I like the ergonomics, but... Anyway... Right, what am I doing here?
Through Trenton Gardens. Eventually, Trent. What a mighty river that is. And when it's gone past Newark on Trent, it becomes tidal after that. There's a big lock on to separate the sea from the fresh. And how that's all formed, Alan, all your storm water on its merry little path, miles and miles of it, it's been topped up all the time. But here it starts off as just a trickle. And of course when it gets down towards Newark on Trent, it's blimmin' hundreds and hundreds of feet across. Well, yeah, okay, Alan, I'll bid you all the best. Thanks for your company. Nice to hear you this morning. But hopefully you'll get another one.
Let's try and...
Bill, go ahead.
Realised it started from Biddle. I mean, that's something that I've never known. I didn't know that. Yeah.
I need to look at it from above.
A little bit more knowledge.
Is that above?
Yeah, very good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Trent does join another river, doesn't it? I think it does. I don't know now. But
Right.
anyway. But yeah, it's all
Almost.
it's engineered. When you've got a river, it decides where it's going to go.
Almost.
Just want to go, did you see Alan, oh God, what's the name? The fishing, the two lads who do the fishing. Oh, it was on last night on TV and they were catching rainbow trout. Did you see that?
No, I did see it advertised, rainbow, they were after brown trout, I think, in the thing, but brown trout is the more natural species. The rainbows are American, aren't they? As I said before, they're introduced here.
Right, what have we got? Let's have a look what we've got.
They're no good to breed.
We've got everything, but we don't need that.
They pellet feed them and they, I think a brown
Okay.
trout takes at least 3 years to get it to half a pound. You get a rainbow to 2 or 3 pound in not a lot of time, so that's the reason they use them for stocking, Bill. Back to you.
Right, so is that what we want? Would that do it? Does it look ugly? Or does it look okay? We won't know until we look at the whole thing. So these are going to have to be brought out. Yeah, they'll have to be brought out to snap into there. So I can do that if I bring it out to 10 mil. Bring it out 10 millimeters. Right, so I could do that easy by. Right, let's do it like this. Bring that out 10 mil. That out 10 mil, and that out 10 mil. Do the same. Oh, we need to reduce. That needs to come off. Oops.
They haven't got a proper fly rod either. And of course, they haven't got any of them hooks. They have blooming hooks fly.
That's weird.
Them flies, what they put on them. Well, yeah, I just kept getting caught up. It was either in somebody's jeans, jumper, or.
Oh, no, we need a line here.
I was never any good.
Let me have a look at the original.
What my idea was, I learned how to do that.
Oh yeah, it is like that.
I'll go and do the fishing, but now.
Yeah, it is like that. So we need to just put that back.
Very, very good morning.
Undo erase, leave that there, we'll get rid of that in a minute. And the whole thing needs to go over 10 mil. And then we need to get rid of that, and that. I'll get rid of that one. Almost. Can that get got rid of? No. So let's do the other side and we'll clean that up in a minute. So move this out 10 mil. 10 mil. Oops, what have I done? I just flicked my mouse button.
I think I got most of my fishing tips from Jack Hargreaves, the old country and out of town.
Okay.
Program for youngsters. Well, yeah, and that music, his theme tune, I do know what it's called, I can't just think what that's called, but I could listen to that theme tune all day in the background. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we'll have to talk about him some more. Okay, good morning, gentlemen. This is 2E0XCB.
So I should be able to just now go like that and smooth it. And it should get rid of extra lines. Didn't get rid of that one because I've got to do that manually. Yeah, everything else is good. Oh, there's another line that needs to get rid of manually. And that one manually, yeah. Everything else is good, yeah, that's good. Right, so there's your dust cover. It's going to be a bit of a more problem now to print because it's, I think I've got to print it. I think I'm going to print this that way up like that, so I can print the Yaesu logo on it. The only problem is the flatness is a problem trying to print in free space, so we'll have to work that out anyway. That'll do for that. So now the dust cover fits the wings and it still snaps into place like it used to, and still the hole is in the right place for the rig. Yeah, the cables, nothing's changed there. Yeah, that's okay. Right, and they snap into the, just line up with the, they get pushed in there, so as you slide this dust cover on, it wedges in there and stops just level with that. That's fine. Okay. And while I'm on, what I wanted to do as well is on these, I wanted to make this into a cone shape for your screw, because I've used like a wood screw to screw it to the ceiling, so I think I need a somewhere for the head to go, say 2 mil. That should be enough, better than nothing. And bring that down. I don't know, 2 mil. Yeah. Do the same here. Just while because I'm going to print more of these. Am I going to print? Yeah, I need some more. So I might as well make that better. Oops.
G8 and AI, G8 and AI, M7 UKB call.
What's going on? There's people selling these side rails on eBay for about 16 quid. Well, they're trying to sell, yeah. They're just the cheap, small side rails. Let's just make sure it's done the top as well. Yeah, it's done the top as well, that's fine. Right, okay, so that's that bit taken care of. What else we got? Let's just move the dust cover off on it. Yeah, so we've got space either side now, and what does it look like? Does it look ugly? It certainly does. Let me just find out how wide's that. Oh, that goes in a bit. So I could bring that across there. Maybe. Where's the dust cover go? So the dust cover goes there. So what happens if I did something like that? There wouldn't be so much sticking out there. Now, does the shelf still go under enough? Goes under a bit. Oh, it's into there anyway, and it goes under a bit here. So ideally, that side rail will stick under this. No, the rig gets mounted to the back side of the rail. So these are just fastened on to protect the knobs. They're not taking any weight. So do I really want to print everything out all again? Different size, maybe. Right. Okay. So what I'm trying to get is I've got a fixing hole and a fixing hole. I suppose I better put the fixing holes in first. It would look better if it was like that. I suppose. And there won't be so much sticking out, but then that would go there. Is that in line with this thing? Let's have a look. Is that? No, it's just in. It's just in. That would be getting rid of a lot of the plastic, though. Maybe. Still, yeah, we've still got the meat here to be able to fasten it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the idea of that, but yeah. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's copy that to there, to there, to there. It's made them a bit shorter to be printed out, and we've not got much left to fasten to. That's the only problem. Although they do come right over. And we're encroaching on that, that's okay, can't go further. Right, so if we oops.
Oh, this is G7UIV pedestrian mobile, West Pennine Moors listed through.
What's going on there? Oh. Oh, have I done something wrong? What have I done? Oh, I've gone mad there, haven't I? Hang on. Have I? Have I gone mad there or not? Oh yeah, I went mad there. Yeah, went a bit mad there. Right, so is that, how's that? That's better, isn't it? Is it better? Yeah, better. Okay. Dust cover's going to have to be made anyway, so we can alter that. And doesn't give us much meat here. And if you've got a knob to go on the side, there's no room. I'll sort that out though. Yeah, weird one. That's got to stay where it is. And okay, so that just needs to go over a bit. Oh.
Well, I don't know. It lasted nearly a year because I used to use it mobile all the time, and I don't know. It just sort of gave up, and because it was sitting in the car whilst mobile, I've got a cooling fan on it, and it just died. And I thought, well, why has it gone? So I checked it all over, couldn't really find it. And I thought, well, I'm getting the radio module or not, and I spoke to you, you said, yeah, they're planning to go in 818. So I thought, well, I don't think it's that. So
I've done something wrong.
and I was sort of checking around, and I thought, well, that capacitor, that's
No,
right.
I haven't done anything wrong.
So anyway, I ordered some, they came for it.
So we need the same down the below.
I took it off. It read okay. Well, about 90 farad. And I put the iron chip on it. It just died. It virtually died on me, but it did work for 5 or 10 minutes and then packed up while I was down mobile. But anyway, it's insured now, hopefully. And I'm giving along over, making sure that it doesn't die on me against activity.
Anyway, I'm pleased got it fixed. But I have had two of them SA-818s dead on me. I have, and that was a while ago.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm making this worse.
SA-818 on the shielding there. But I've had like the two of the older ones that the stamp on. I've had two of them go bad on me, so I thought that's what it might have been there, mate. But at least got it all working and everything's all tip top again there, mate. I can't hold it, Kev, because I've got quite a big monster to sort out today, mate. I just put the washing machine on. Sarah's gone into work today. She goes in the office once a month. She does just to show her face, like sometimes I have meetings and that there. So, and it's their day in today, mate. So I'll get all sorted out and that before she comes home. Always good to chat to you there, mate. Oh, can you send me them pictures, please? It's what you got, that 3D printer shooting it, and them figures, mate, please, if you don't mind. M0WNT.
Right. Just this side now.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll get round to that. Try and get snowed up and running, but I'm pleased it's all working now. Yeah, I'll get them over to you. Okay, Aunt Sarah. She's all right. The doggies are all right. You're keeping well. You know about my legs are very bad and swollen. But there's a lot I can do at the moment. Don't really want to go on a trip if I can help. But there you go. Well, like getting old, mate. Alright, I'll let you get away. Thanks for coming back to me. I did get your message, obviously you got. And cheers for the call, for checking it out. I'm now going to put it back in its box. 7-3, and I'll catch you later. 3-6, ZDP.
Yeah, just before you go there, Kev, you want to print that STL things up what I did, the case, because you've got a printer now, haven't you? So I'm trying to find the design out, and I'll send it over to you, mate, if you want. That's one with all the holes in the top. They just sort of like flips together, that it does. So if you want that, mate, later on today I'm trying to get it all sorted out, and I can send the STL files over to you. There's only two, just for the bottom page at the top.
Right, so that's that one.
Like honeycomb sort of thing.
I need to do this one now.
Around the pie like it does. So if it's any good to you, mate, just let me know and I'll be sent over to you there, mate. M0WNT.
Yeah, okay, not a problem. If you can, well, if you can find it or if you've got it, send it to me. I did find the brackets for the 2m77 antenna. I found those on Thingiverse, I think you said. But I found them and I've downloaded them. But I'll get round to printing those off. And it's got all the measurements as well on them. But thanks for the info on that. Get round to doing that. Still want to build a satellite antenna. Get me satellite up. But yeah, if you can find the files in the box, I'd be very, very grateful. Alright, I'll let you go. Have a tone.
Right, okay. That's the dust cover sorted out, I think. Oh, I've got some hidden geometry still in there.
Yep, 73's there, mate. Take M0 WMT.
Right, yeah, okay. So that's the size it needs to be. Okay, so we made it a bit wider. Yeah, made it a bit wider. Right, so now we've got to attach the side ears to the rail, and we've got to extend the back. Could do with clearing this hole. We've got the knob to go on it. So we can still get to the things and the clip. We're okay there. Is there any meat under here though? Let's have a look. It's just a bit under there, yeah. So there's a bit in there and a bit there. Yeah. Okay. So I could. Yeah, so we've got something there. Alright, so just working on this bit now. So this is no good anymore, this bit, because that's where we need our brass fixings, so we're going to have to get rid of that. Right, so we've got rid of that, that's good. Okay, so we've got the two bits, now we've got to somehow fasten them together. We need to keep this area clear for the knob. So possibly we need a cutout there. Yeah, but we need to look at it from above. We've got to intersect these two somehow.
M7IWL checking access to HubNet.
Right, so we've got to have a brass insert here and a pin. Now we need to cut out some of that.
G7SYY M7IWL returning. Yeah, it sounds like you might
around there.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for that. Yeah, it's Mike this side. Clearly more Accrington
So
M7IWL.
we've got to clear the cutout.
Okay, Mark, I am. How did you get?
About there we want a hole,
There you go. Right, I'll
and
leave
about
you to it.
there.
I'm just wondering who it was, though, but
So
I'll
let's
figure
have a
it
look.
out. Speak to you all the time. Catch you later, Mike. Nice to
Maybe
meet
it's
you
top
again.
of there.
SYY
Yeah.
mobile.
Yeah.
G7SYY, M7IW. Yeah, have a great day. You've got the weather for it anyway.
So let's say 20 mil.
Clear the frequency and thanks for the use of that.
20 mil. So we have a hole there, which means we can we need to clear around this bit. It's only the ears, protective ears, that bolt on. Doesn't actually do anything, doesn't hold the rig up to the shelf or down. You need to carry it by the ears, so yeah, there's that. So we need to cut out around this hole. So if I can't do that, can I? Right, so if I copy that, paste it in place, and then something like that. Is that enough? Probably. Or do I go
Radio check, radio check.
up to there? No, I can't go up to there.
Station for radio check. Just come up with call sign.
So I'll do that.
No call sign, mate. No radio check. You should be licensed on here. Oh, mate, I'm new to your baby. Sorry there.
Good morning. This is Mike 7, Hotel returning.
Oh, that's not good, is it? Ah, I got you. Right, so first I need to set the faces with the model. Once I've done that, then I can delete that. And should be able to delete that. Okay, there's a little cutout. Yeah, that's the cutout for the hole. Yeah, that's good. It still maintains its strength. Now we need a need to fasten a fixing through to there. That's not a lot. What have we got here? 31 mil. So somewhere here. Yeah, we've got to fasten a fixing. Now, it'd be nice to be able to fasten it from the outside. Depends if you want to see the screws or not. maybe you don't want to see the screws. You could always take the side rail off. Depends if you want the screws from the outside or the screws from the inside. God, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. At least if you have them from the outside, you can just change the wings. Yeah, from the outside then. Now I've got to work out where to put them. So if I just come in from there, 10mm, come in from there, 10mm, and what have we got here? 11mm. So that's half. Right, so there is where we want. No, not there. There. Right, so that middle one. That middle there is where we want the centre of our pin. So if we cut that, paste it in place, and draw a marker down to there. So somewhere along that line, oop, not that line. Somewhere here we want, and we already said we're going to use those lines. So those intersections, they're quite close to the edge, but you need some stability. So have a look. So we know what size they are. They need to be 2.235, is it? To give us, no, .325. Does that give us 4.65? No? Yeah. 4.65, that's it. That's what we want. That's the size for our brass insert. 2.325. Yeah. That gives us our brass insert. And we can get rid of all this stuff. And I need to go down 5mm. Right, that's an M3 brass insert to hold the wings on. Okay, so now we need to locate the other side of it.
Hello CQ, CQ, CQ2, CQ2, Golf 4 Tango, Charlie Uniform Portable, G4 TCU Portable.
Right, that's where we've got to push them through now.
Calling CQ on 2 and listening for any calls.
So that's not going to be as easy as it sounds. All the way through. It's going to create these things here.
I've got a station in Brixham. I did check a moment ago and 450 is clear. Do you want to go to 450, and if the other guys want to follow down, I'll get to you in a moment. So 450 over.
So we need to, yeah.
This is Mike 7 Hotel Yankee Hotel. Mike 7 Hotel Yankee Hotel. Good morning.
Okay, so we've got the holes that come through, but we need a recess around it. That's not easy on an angle. Oh, I've noticed we got, oh yeah, we got some extra stuff here. We don't need it. That's what happens when you intersect the faces with the model. It finds some geometry and it, yeah, that looks okay. Right, so we've got that. So we need some to take the hex cap head screws. Now, can I just do things like this? I don't think I can. No, not anymore. Right, so what do we do? Create another one. Okay, I know what to do. So, no, that's not the one. So grab hold of the bottom and that, copy them, paste them in place, and bring them up to the surface. Straight up. No, straight up like that. Then I've got to, well, we'll make them bigger first. So we need a recess. Let's say that's the right size for the thread, but then we need, let's just say 5.5 I think it is. Yeah, 5 points, let's say 5.5. And then another one here, 5.5. And we don't need the bit in the middle anymore. What we need to do now is drop those to the surface. Put them down onto there, and then cut them and paste them in place, and then lower them down. What's the size of this? 20 mil, so we need at least 5 mil, let's say 7.5. So we need to leave 7.5. So then we should push them in. So if I say 12.5 down, so 12.5, and we need to interact it with the model, intersect it with the model. Right, so we've got something there. So it's brought back those again. That's a glitch with SketchUp, but yeah, just got to get rid of them again. So we need to get rid of some of this stuff. No, don't want that. That didn't work out right. Oh, it's because we've got a... Right, I see. Let's have a look. So we've got the base of it. I need to cut out. Oh, I see. We don't need this anymore. How can I get rid of that? No, gotta do it this way. Hang on. Oh, it's got rid of a bit of that. That's not good. We've got a bit of missing stuff. That's what happens when you intersect it with a model. So it went a bit corrupt, so let's go back a step back a bit. Does everything come back again? Sort of. Maybe not. Right, so we've got the hoops back. So I think I'll bring those down. Yeah. Hang on. Right, we'll bring them down. We'll move them down first. .5 so they're inside the model to start with. Yeah, we're better off in there, so then we'll cut them. I'll cut them and paste them. Paste them in place. And then we'll push them up. If we can. It will let me do it, but not. I have to go into the model. Yeah. I can just go up 12.5 Okay. Right, that's the one. Need to go into this one now. Right, 12.5 come out, and we've got what we want, sort of. Yeah, I think what we need to do now is delete. Yeah, I'm gonna have to intersect them now. What about if I just intersect? That's okay, it's just this bit here. Intersect that. Can I just intersect the faces with a model? What's that done? Maybe. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so we've got our surface. That's good. That's what we wanted, to keep our surface. Okay. So far so good. So we can just colour that now. And what we want to do now is yeah, so grab a copy of these two, paste them in place, and go in here and try and delete that stuff there. Just delete that if we can. Yeah. And we need to grab these two, paste them in place, and then we need to push them through 7.5 and that should give us everything we want. Yeah, that's it. That'll do. So there's our retainers. That can be printed out. Now we've ended up with this bit. The whole idea of doing this was to not be able to print, so we'd have to print it that way up like that. Yeah, print it that way up, and you'll get the stepped effect here. And then you'll get a rough area around here. Maybe, but they're only small, so it might be able to do it. And it'll be able to build this up and cut these out. We'll have to try it. So anyway, we've got that. So all we've got left to do now is pull the back out long enough. So both side rails are done. So they're complete opposite. So that's by default, it's already been done. Look. Okay. So if you knock a rail off and smash it, you can always screw another one on. Right, so the only thing left now we've got to sort out is the back. How far back we want to go. I think I only want to go back a fair bit. So whatever we've done here, whatever we saved, basically. That's how much we saved here. 75. I don't need to go back that much. So if I say, let's say 50 mil. 50 mil should be great. So I'm just gonna push that back by 50 mil. Okay, so we've got the rig will stop about there. It might be too much. But don't forget you got your PL259 that comes out here, then the cable comes out, and you want to be able to sit it flat on the desk without the cables snagging. Yeah, I think I'll try that. Can always shrink it again. So let's put it all back together. Put it all back together now, and right, livery and dust cover and horizontal. We've got the both lots there, so let's hide that one, because I'll be having it up like that. See, I want to push it on down the side of the gear stick, the footwell like that, standing up on its side. Maybe. So that is actually bigger than the build plate. Let's just try one. Let's quickly just try one and see if it'll fit on the build plate. That's the main problem. And then I've got to call it a day, because I've got to go and do some work on my car. Might come back on tonight and do some more, print some stuff out. I'll print these out in the meantime. That might be a bit too much. Let me just have a quick look. No, it's about right, you know. 50 mil. It's the power lead more than anything that sticks out. Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave it at 50 mil. Right, let's just export one of these then. We've got one for each side. I'll keep the original STL and right, rails. So the rail, dust cover, holder, right rail. So this is the left rail, right rail. Where's the left rail? Don't seem to have one. Side mounts. Replacement stand, no. Right rail. I don't seem to have a left rail. It's weird, isn't it? Okay. So this will be the left rail, and it's modular. Modular left rail. There we go. I suppose we'd better do that as well. And we'll call this the one, the modular left rail ears. Ear. We'll have to do the hang on. Do these other ones as well. Modular left rail, modular right rail, right rail, and then we want modular right rail here. Right rail here. And then we want a dust cover. New dust cover. Oh yeah. I'll just call everything modular. Modular front dust cover. So it's a front dust cover because we might end up with a back dust cover. And as far as I know, everything else stayed the same, didn't it? We didn't alt. Oh, yeah. We put some countersinks on these. For the screws. So this is the upper, let's just call it modular. Modular upper and lower mounts. What do they call them? Mounts? What do I call them? Dust cover, mounts, can't remember what I call them now. Top and bottom mounts. Okay, we'll keep it the same. Top and bottom mounts. Top and bottom mounts. Right, okay. So let's see if we can, if it'll fit. Alright, so I'll just create a new plate. So you can still print the other ones out in case this doesn't work out any good. Hello, the Hog Eater 5128. How you doing? Is this a ham radio shell? Yeah, cage. It's a cage.
Yeah, Mike 7 remember coming back to the estate. I didn't quite get the call down. I think we have worked before.
So I'll just say hello to everyone. It's a cage for an 891, basically. Yeah, it's a Yaesu FT-891 protective cage. It doubles up as a dust cover, a shelf bracket, a mount, a vertical mounting like that, or stand put down the side of your well of your car or something. You've got your little microphone bracket, both ones that bolt on wherever you want to bolt them on. Cable, mic route, push on cover, and yeah, modular, and you can stack them as well. You can do stuff like hang on, you can do things like, oh, that's the wrong one. What am I doing? You can do stuff like stacking. They'll actually bolt together there. Alright, so you put, yeah, so you put a bolt there and then you stack them. But if you wanted to make a, I don't know, a repeater or something, I don't know. Anyway, but then you can push them up that way as well. They're 10mm wide, so they'll stand up, and then all your cables can come out. Anyway, so I made one version, but this is the next version with removable ears. Yeah, removable ears. So once you get the dust cover off, and the livery, sorry, the livery, I was working on the livery before. You've got a bit more room now for you to control your knobs and things. And it protects the radio. It stops the radio from getting smashed around a bit. And just undo your thumb turns and you can take it out at will. The sides push off. The thumb turns hold the sides against the rig, which holds the upper and lower, or top and bottom brackets. You don't have to have the bottom bracket, but anyway, there's a lot to it. Yeah, a lot to it. Anyway, so let's have a look at this. So we're just about to import this new let's say the left bracket, left modular left rail. There it is. Right, so that's it. Yeah, it just about fits that way. So, which means if I just auto orientate it, oh, we want to do it like that. I'm not going to be doing it like that, so forget that. I wonder why it wants to do that. That's mental. Hang on. So what we're going to do is rotate it. I'll rotate it manually. So first rotate it minus 90 degrees, and then we'll go Z 45 degrees. No, that's the wrong one. I want to go the other way. Minus 45 degrees. So this should now fit. Should fit on the build plate better than the last one. It does. The other one was right over top of there. Yeah, that's good. And because we're on the build plate, the texture, you'll. Hang on, what happened to it? Why have I? Yeah. So right, so that could be printed. Right, what's happened to the pen? Slice the plate. Where's my information? That's weird. Right, so where's my label? Something went wrong there, obviously. That's weird, like a glitch. Oh, there's no label on it. Oh well. Right, let's have another one. So we could start printing that off now if I wanted, but let's get the rest on here. Import. I've got to wrap this up. I've got to go and fix my car. Left hand ears, modular. There we go. Right, so there, how's it want to put this one? Let's have a look. It wants to do like that. No, I don't want it like that, do I? No. It says it wants to do it that way. Maybe. Not sure I'd want to do it that way, but anyway. Anyway, so what I want to do for now is just start this one printing, I think. Start something printing so I can go and fix my car. So let's just start one printing. Is that ready? It is ready, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have support and inner and outer broom. And we've got some kind of weird noise coming out of the radio as normal. Right, print. Yeah, it's not done. It's not picked up the printer very good. Don't know why. Let's try and find the right device. Did I even switch it on? Can't even remember if I switched it on. I think I did. So this is the cage shell, whatever you call it. Yeah. So it is on. What's it doing? Slice it up. That's weird. It's not something wrong with this today. What is wrong with this? Right, let's just move it that way, then that way. Right. Yeah, there's a lag on this software today. Let's splice it up. It should put some broom around it. There you go. It's just this new thing's telling me about shrinkage. Right, okay, everything else should be good. So it's going to take how long? £1.42 and an hour and 42. That'll do. Should be long. That should be enough time for me to do my breaks. Auto time lapse is off for some reason. Oh well. Does something different every day. You start this up. Oh well. Probably because I'm streaming as well. So I'll get that on the go, and then I'll carry on. And next time you see me, probably will have it another one built. I need one for the shelf, which I've got, and one for the car to go Pota, Summit, Sota, Pota, Beacher, whatever you want to call it. Beach on the beach. Yeah. So I'll let that carry on when it's caught up. It's definitely lagging today. Right, let's let that carry on. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we've got to sort the livery out at some point and print some new bits. Let's give us a bit more room here for to control it. A bit more substantial. It'll sit on the bench nicely. And bolt on ears, yeah. Just allows it to break it up, the model up. So you can alter your ears to whatever you want. You can either bring them up and down, I don't know. Anyway, let's put it all back together. I've just noticed that's not right there anymore. So let's bring that 10 mil this way. And 10 mil, I'm going to work on that. 10 mil that way, that's it. Right, let's bring it up. Yeah, so we'll print that out, and at least it goes round there as well. Yeah, so we've done a bit to it. Well, let's see what happens. We'll never know. You never know. That'll do for today. Or maybe later on I'll be on tonight, probably doing some more if need be. Okay, thanks for watching. Let's go over to the thumbnail. What did we do? Removable ears. Yaesu. We didn't do anything with the logo, so we got that to sort out. Well, let's rebuild this up anyway. So leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and I gotta go and get oily now and change some brakes. Bye for now.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.